Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Real G Football. I am Jeff Wall, and yes, I know you're probably asking, Jeff, how can you wear this kit today? Well, don't worry guys, I will get to that part. I will, I promise you that. I will not leave you hanging. My fellow Manchester United fans, or to the football fans, or to the Manchester United haters, don't worry. We'll get to them. We'll get to them indeed. But first, let's start off in North London. The North London Derby, Tottenham, Arsenal. What happened, guys? Well, Arsenal just couldn't hold on. They couldn't hold on. They couldn't do it. And you know what? It's funny. We always, in the football world, we always want to blame the defenders, the goalkeepers, right? And you know what, guys? You know what? I'm not going to pretend David Luiz is in the best form of his career. I don't know if his best days are behind him. Only he knows that realistically. Maybe he's not being put in the best position, but either way, he's not the best center back in the world. You know, I was talking to a Tottenham fan, Josh Piercy, and, we had a good chat. We were talking about, Arsenal. You know, what does he think about Arsenal as a Tottenham fan? I thought it'd be an interesting conversation. But anyway, Josh, he thinks that Arsenal have the worst center backs in the Prem. And honestly, there are times where I'm very inclined to agree with that. I'm not so sure. There are some pretty bad center back pairings all over the league. And, Arsenal, you got this big club atmosphere. And like I said, we always tend to blame the center backs for the fall. But you know what, guys? You know what? It's not always the center back's fault, number one. Number two, Arsenal fans. Your problems. They are so much deeper than David Luiz. So please stop blaming everything on him. There's a lot more going on at Arsenal and a lot more not going on that's created this epic fall of a once great football club to Tottenham over the weekend. And you know what? Hey, look, everybody keeps wanting to say, oh, Jose doesn't have anymore this, that, and the other. Look, Tottenham was tired. They needed a change. We probably won't know how good they all really are together as a pair until next season. And I am not about this whole idea that because Jose Mourinho, parks the bus or his motivational style of managing, the way he tries to motivate players at least, is out of date and that he can't manage anymore. Look, I didn't love him at Manchester United. I don't love his style either. But you know what? This is just a dumb trend. It's a dumb trend, guys. You can win football games any way you want. Look at Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid beat Liverpool with that style. A better version, yes, I will 100% back that. They are a better version of what Tottenham is right now, a way better version, and arguably with way less talent. So you can do that style. You can do this type of, counter-attacking play. Just because it's boring, just because you don't like it, doesn't mean it's bad. What's up, guys? Hope you're enjoying the video. But before we get to the next topic, please make sure to give this video a quick thumbs up. Share it with your friends so they know where to get the best footy content. And of course, subscribe to Lingo Sports for more great videos like this. Hit the bell. Make sure you know when the next episode of Real G Football is coming out. Now, let's get back to it, guys. Let's keep moving forward here with these guys. We had a chance this past weekend. Leicester falling all over the place. Chelsea falling all over the place. And of course, it fell to us, and we failed to capitalize. We did. It's what would happen. We failed to capitalize on this big moment to get into the top four, to make it simpler, to make it easier for us to get into the Champions League, which is what a lot of Manchester United fans want. I don't know if we're ready for that. I really don't. I'll remind you though, we do have the best record since the restart. We are in the best form of all the Premier League teams. Yes, I know we drew. I understand that, but y'all are acting like we lost. Y'all are acting like we got slapped up. We didn't get slapped up. We faced a very, very, very good Southampton team. Ralph Hasenhüttl, what a great manager. James Ward-Prowse, what a great delivery. Bednarik, it comes off his head. It was probably going down there anyway. Obafemi puts it in. We could blame Lindelof. We could. Maybe he could be stronger there. But you know what? Hey, look. Again, I'm not going to blame the center backs all the time, And as much as I love this guy, I'm going to call him out. Marcus Rashford, you made a mistake. You had the opportunity to defend that set piece. You didn't do it. Matic was there too. He's also partly to blame. He's been great since the restart as well, looking better than ever. But the reality is, those two, crucially, failed. Still great set piece though. Still great set piece. Sometimes there's nothing you can do about it. But either way, don't worry, Marcus Rashford. I still love you. I believe we can grow from these things. I know that you will be better. And also, I'm not even that worried about it because he's a striker, he's a forward. I don't really expect, wingers, forwards, strikers, whatever the case, I don't expect them to really defend those kind of set piece things that well. That's not really what you ask them to do. So we're going to concede some goals to great teams with great managers. It's fine. It's all good. Everything's fine. Everything's fine over in Manchester United, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry, guys. We will still make the Champions League, though. I think if that's what you're concerned about, I believe it. I said in previous episodes, we will win the Europa League trophy. That is our trophy to win. There is no team. I don't care if it's Inter. I don't care if it's Leverkusen. I don't care. Wolves, it does not matter. The Europa League trophy will be ours and a Champions League spot will be ours. It will be Manchester United because our team is way too good right now. And if y'all don't think so, you're probably just haters or you haven't seen a game. That's probably the reality of it. If you want to get at me in the comments. I'd love to have a real talk with you about this. But, guys, I got a message from my guy. You know he's a real G because he supports this club, Manchester United. My guy NK, he got at me and he asked me a great question. And you know what? He came to me. You know why, guys? You know why? Because he knows that despite my perceived bias for the team of Manchester United, my perceived bias against other teams like Manchester City, I will not be biased. I will not allow it to cloud my judgment, rather, because we cannot avoid our biases. I love football. I love the game. I love the players. I love the managers. Y'all should know that by now. He asked me, NK asked me, Jeff, healthy Paul Pogba or KDB? And look, man, that's a tough question. That's a really tough question, a great question. Look, I'll start by saying this. Both of them are very underrated defensively. I think, KDB is very good defensively, especially pressing. I think that's very underrated because he's such a creative player. We don't think of him like that. But if you really watch the games, he's very, very good. He's better with the ball at his feet than you think. But I think Paul Pogba, man, I don't know, too many dribblers, better and more creative than he is. He can bypass pretty much any press with the ball in his hand. With the ball at his feet, it's magic, man. It's magic. Paul Pogba. In terms of free kicks, oh man, I gotta give the edge to KDB, especially this season. He's definitely proven that, whether it's assisting or going for goal, man, he can do it. He is clinical in that regard. But, however, Kevin De Bruyne is not as good a finisher as Paul Pogba, and there's no way y'all can tell me any different. Paul Pogba is a lethal finisher. He's a deadly finisher. As far as passing goes, I think Kevin De Bruyne, KDB, is the best passer in football right now. I think he has been for at least the last 3 seasons, at least. He's at the top of his game right now. He's looking better than ever. I think positionally is where he's improved the most, and which is why you're starting to see him getting into wide open spaces, able to do whatever he wants, and it's all because of him and his hard work. He's only marginally better, though, than Paul Pogba in terms of passing. I also think that Paul Pogba can play positions and a little bit more versatility. So that is why I take a healthy Paul Pogba in any system, not just Manchester United, not just Manchester City's, any. That is my opinion. Just barely though. But you know what? I've got to give KDB this, man. I got to give him this. Kevin De Bruyne probably should win the Ballon d'Or. I wouldn't be mad if it was Virgil van Dijk. I wouldn't be mad if it was Messi again. This year, those 3 guys deserve it. We can have a talk about that later though. I got to give respect. Respect is due. NK, once again, man, thank you for the question. A real G. Now, guys, for some less than great news. Manchester City. We knew it was coming, guys. Their trial for the ban. We've been talking about it. I wish I could say I'm surprised, UEFA. I really, really do. And you know what? I don't want any club to not be in the Champions League. I want them to all be there. I want all the worthy clubs to be there because in terms of the game itself, Manchester City is definitely up there with the best of them. But you know what? Here's the problem. The problem was FFP, right? Financial fair play. What is FFP there for? I don't know if you guys know this, and it's for more than one reason. It's to protect the clubs, actually. It was one of the main reasons, to protect the clubs from going bankrupt, to stop them from overspending and going under. Now, you might say, Jeff, Manchester City's not going to go under. Well, you never know, man. We're not all financial geniuses, but hey, Leeds went down. Leeds was a top club at one time, man. And the investors can pull out, the owners can pull out and sell the club at any time. You don't know. They could leave the club in ruins. And then secondarily, you know, what everybody thinks is the main rule, I think it's the secondary rule, is that now they can spend whatever they want, and all clubs now can spend whatever they want, and there will clearly be no repercussions. There will be no consequences for their actions. Now the big financial powerhouses can do whatever they want. And personally, look, man, I know you got to spend in the game. I understand that, but these clubs are overspending. So many of them overspending. These guys are no different. They overspend a lot. Hey, we're still doing it within the rules, clearly. I mean, hopefully, so far as we've seen, Manchester United is doing that. But, you know, PSG got away with it. Other clubs have gotten away with it. I'm sick and tired of it. You let me know if you're sick and tired of it. I know I am, man. I'm done with this. I'm not surprised. We knew it was coming. They weren't going to get banned. They couldn't keep Pep Guardiola out of the Champions League with the potential arrival of Messi. And we know that that's going to heat up, guys. We know it's going to heat up, especially now with that going on. You know Pep's staying now. And that's all I got to say about that, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Hit us up in the comment section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to Real G Football. And we'll see you next time.